You're standing in the hallway with that look in your eyes, the one that usually cushions all the weight of your lies. You're holding out that olive branch, withered and dry, waiting for the it's okay to fall from my sky. But the floor is covered in the glass of us, and I'm tired of bleeding just to keep your trust. You say it like a prayer, you say it like a spell, like 5 little letters could pull me out of hell. But sorry isn't a fix, it's just a bandage on a break. It doesn't unspill the water, or I'll make the mistake. You can't glue a shadow back onto the light, or wish away the ghosts that we gathered tonight. It's a beautiful world, but it's paper thin, and it won't let the air back in. No, sorry isn't a fix. I've memorized the cadence, the way your voice drops, the way you wait for me to say the hurting stops. But I'm sorry doesn't fix the holes in the wall, or catch the pieces of me that you let fall. You're trying to stitch up a wound that's too deep, with promises you know you're never gonna keep. If I set it back, will the silence go away? Would the sun come out and melt the bitter gray? Or would we just be standing in the wreckage of a home, calling it a palace while we're shivering alone? Stop saying you're sorry and just be gone. 'Cause sorry isn't a fix, it's just a bandage on a break. It doesn't unspill the water, or unmake the mistake. You can't glue a shadow back onto the light, or wish away the ghosts that we gathered tonight. It's a beautiful world, but it's paper thin, and it won't let the air back in. No, sorry isn't a fix, it's just a sound echoing off the ground. Keep your mercy, keep your breath. We've already talked this love to death. Sorry isn't a fix, no, it's not a fix. We spent our nights building castles in the sand, ignoring the tide just to hold each other's hand. I stacked every brick, polished the glass, never once thinking how fast it would pass. but the foundations were crumbling in shades of gray. I should have known by the way the floorboards growing that we were just tenants in a house we never owned. Maybe we were built to break, like a promise whispered just for the sake of feeling something before it goes cold, like a story that's tragic before it's been told. We weren't a fortress, we weren't a lake, we were just two hearts that were built to break. There's a crack in the ceiling, shaped like your face, in a silence that's taken up all of your space. I'm picking up pieces of porcelain dreams. It's funny how quiet a shattered heart screams. You were the wind and I was the kite. We were never meant to survive through the night. Some things are made to last for a lifetime, and some are just sparks in the dark. We were the lightning, beautiful and blind, leaving nothing but ash and a mark. I'm not angry that it's over now. I'm just wondering why we even tried and how. Maybe we were built to break, like a promise whispered just for the sake of feeling something before it goes cold, like a story that's tragic before it's been told. We weren't a fortress, we weren't a lake, we were just two hearts that were built to break. Hear the glass hit the floor, I don't wanna fix it anymore. We were fragile, we were temporary, built to break. Yeah, we were built to break. The coffee's cold, the house is way too quiet. I'm still cooking dinner for two. Just a habit I can't seem to break, even though I'm losing you. I found your sweater behind the door. It still smells like the night we met. Now it's just a ghost I'm holding on to, a memory I haven't finished yet. And I'm turning the page on the pain, but the ink is smeared with my tears. I'm trying to find a new chapter after loving you all of these years. It's a heavy book to carry, the ending is so hard to write. I'm just turning the page on the pain, trying to make it through the night. The pictures in the hallway started fading, or maybe it's just how I see the light. Every corner has a story to tell of the way we room stays cold, and I'm left with a story that'll never be told. The story goes on, even if you're not mine. I'm staring at the corner where your coat used to hang. Silence has a rhythm, a dull and heavy bang. I checked the thread of us, looking for a spark, but I'm just tracing shadows in the hollow of the dark. I tried to give you everything, I bled the colors dry. Now I'm staring at a screen, watching us both die. The bars are dropping one by one, until there's nowhere left to run. I'm reaching out to catch your ghost, but the thing I need is what I've lost the most. And we're slamming of doors, no shattering glass, just the sound of the minutes as they quietly pass. You're folding your sweaters, the ones that I wore, and leaving the keys on the cold hardwood floor. We're moving like shadows, we're moving like mist, tracing the ghosts of the lips that we kissed. The air is so heavy, it's hard to breathe in. Where does the silence end and the sorrow begin? We've run out of arguments, run out of wine. Now we're just experts at the quietest lie. And we're drowning in hushed goodbyes, under the weight of these tired eyes. No desperate shouting, no begging to stay, just a slow, steady rhythm of drifting away. A whisper of denim, a click of the gate, the kind of departure that's heavy as fate. We're ending in echoes, we're ending in sighs, in the hollowed out canyon of hushed goodbyes. You didn't say never, you didn't say much, just a ghost of a sweep of skin on skin touch. The coffee is sitting there, turning to stone, a monument built for a man all alone. I wanna scream, wait, till my throat starts to bleed, but silence is the only thing left that we need. Is it worse when it's loud? Is it worse when it's red? Or is it this grayness, this already dead? The volume is zero, the picture is blurred. We're breaking our hearts without saying a Yeah, we're drowning in hushed goodbyes, under the weight of these tired eyes. No desperate shouting, no begging to stay, just a slow, steady rhythm of drifting away. A whisper of denim, a click of the gate, the kind of departure that's heavy as fate. We're ending in echoes, we're ending in sighs, in the hollowed out canyon of hushed goodbyes. Hushed goodbyes. The car starts up, but the engine sounds like a prayer. I'm talking to shadows, but nobody's there. goodbye. I'm scrolling back to 2022, to a version of me that was tangled in you. The blue light is stinging, a salt in the wound. To the rhythm of us, I'm still perfectly tuned. I'm double tapping on a life that's gone cold, touching a screen where your hand used to hold. The cloud remembers what I'm trying to forget. Every good night and every night, yeah. I'm haunted by pixels, by ones and by zeros, watching the rise and the fall of our heroes. Yeah, I'm just dancing with digital ghosts, haunting the pages of your recent post. I'm a shadow in the sidebar, naming the feed, scanning for traces of the love that I need. But the signal is broken, the server is down, and I'm just a memory in the state of driven town, locked in a loop of the things you once said, living with digital ghosts in my head. The typing bubble appears, then it dies, like a flicker of hope or 1,000 small lives. I've got 3,000 photos I can't delete, of a girl and a boy who once felt complete. You're updated now, you've got a new face, and I'm just a file you've begun to erase. Is there a trash bin for the way that I feel? Something to prove that the heartbreak was real? Or are we just fragments of light on a glass, watching the ghost of our chemistry pass? I'm refreshing the page, but the story is through. Just a 44 error where I used to find you. Yeah, I'm just dancing with digital ghosts, haunting the pages of your recent post. I'm a shadow in the sidebar, naming the feed, scanning for traces of the love that I need. But the signal is broken, the server is down, and I'm just a memory in the state of driven town, locked in a loop of the things you once said, living with digital ghosts in my head. Log out, shut down, but the screen's still glowing. Digital ghosts. Log out, shut down. Digital ghosts. Log out, still here, but you're not showing. System failure. Goodbye. I saw the warning in your eyes, a flicker in the dark, but I ran straight into the fire, begging for a spark. You held me like a holy thing, while cutting through the skin. I didn't know where I left off and where you blanket we used to share, the one that smells like wood smoke and your hair. I'm sitting on the hood of this rusted out car, counting the distance to the nearest star. I still lean to the right, like you're sitting there too, but the passenger seat is just a hole shaped like you. The sky's a canvas of silver and black, painting the things that I can't whisper back. I'm looking for us in the belt of Orion, but the gods in the clouds are just tired of trying. Now I'm stargazing alone in a universe that feels like a house, not a home. I'm calling your name into the infinite deep, while the rest of the world is tucked in and asleep. Every flicker above is a promise you broke, a galaxy fading like a ring made of smoke. It's a beautiful view, but I'm chilled to the bone, just an astronaut lost, stargazing alone. Stargazing alone. You used to point out the Milky Way's edge. Now I'm just standing on a lonely ledge. The telescope's dusty, the lens is all blurred, like the forever they're on with one quiet word. The moon is a sliver, a ghost in the sky, watching me ask the constellations why. They say light travels years just to reach where we are. without you here. Oh, just stargazing. I'm just watching the sky go gray. I'm staring at the receipts on the kitchen table, the movie stubs and the late night dining bills. We were building something we thought was stable, but now I'm just staring at the empty windowsills. I traded my pride for a seat at your table. I traded my peace for a chance at your heart. Now I'm looking at a life that's mostly a fable, and a map that's been torn completely apart. And know the cost of loving you is a debt I can't repay. It's the sleep I lose at midnight and the words I can't say. It's the hollow in my chest where the laughter used to live. It's having nothing left of me with nothing more to give. I'm bankrupt in the silence. I'm broken in the blue, counting up the interest on the cost of loving you. I sold my dreams just to buy into yours. I changed my colors to match your favorite shade. And now I'm pacing back and forth on these hardwood floors, wondering when the final payment will be made. Every I love you came with a hidden fee, a little piece of who I was taken quietly from me. And all the cost of loving you is a debt I can't repay. It's the sleep I lose at midnight and the words I can't say. It's the hollow in my chest where the laughter used to live. It's having nothing left of me with nothing more to give. I'm bankrupt in the silence. I'm broken in the blue, counting up the interest on the cost of loving you. They say the best things in this life are supposed to be free, but you charge me for the air and you tax the soul of me. I'm checking my pockets, but they're filled with your ghost. And I'm realizing now that you're costing me the most. just a shadow of myself. Now that you're gone, I'm staring at the glass, sitting on the nightstand, trying to wash away the way you held my hand. You left the medicine, but took the cure away, and left me with the things I didn't get to say. I thought your love was the water, but now I'm next to the trophies and the things I used to be. You placed me there so carefully, way up on the wood, to keep me safe, or maybe just to keep me good. I used to beat for every word you'd say, but now the rhythm's just a ghost of yesterday. The view from here is lonely and the air is getting thin. I'm watching someone else let you in. Now I'm just a heart on a shelf, waiting for you to remember yourself. You took the pulse and you left the frame, forgot the person behind the name. I'm out of reach, I'm out of sight, collecting dust in the middle of the night. Just a souvenir of a love you couldn't help, left to wither like a heart on a shelf. You used to wear me like a locket on a chain, through every winter and the pouring summer rain. But then the silver tarnished and the latch began to rust. You traded always for a handful of mistrust. Now I'm a decoration in a room you never use, the only part of us you didn't mind to lose. Break the glass or take me down. Don't just leave me here without a sound. I'd rather be shattered on the kitchen floor than be a silent witness to your closing door. Now I'm just a heart on a shelf, waiting for you to remember yourself. You took the pulse and you left the frame, forgot the person behind the name. I'm reaching, I'm out of sight, collecting dust in the middle of the night. Just a souvenir of a love you couldn't help, left to wither like a heart on a shelf. High above the ground, don't look down. No, don't look down. It's a long way to fall when you're nothing at all, but a heart on a shelf. Just a heart on a shelf. I'm tracing the patterns on the back of your hand, like a map to a country I don't understand. The air in this kitchen feels heavy and still, and I'm losing the strength, and I'm losing the will to pretend that the distance isn't growing so wide, while I'm drowning in everything I'm keeping inside. The stars are all shifting, the sky's turning gray. I can feel you already, a million miles away. And I'm reaching for something that's slipping through sand. I just need a promise, I just need a stand. So look in my eyes and tell me the truth. After the fire and the ghosts of our youth, when the world gets too loud and the light starts to fade, and we're facing the choices that we haven't made, hold on to the pieces, don't let the fire go. There's a part of my soul that you're the only one to know. Even if the walls start to crumble and fall, say you won't let go, say you'll stay through it all. We've got boxes of memories stacked by the door, but I don't wanna be just a ghost anymore. I remember the morning you whispered my name, before all the pride and the logic and blame. Now the silence is screaming and the clock's ticking slow, and I'm terrified watching you get ready to go. Is it easier leaving than trying to fix the cracks in the glass and the stones and the bricks? I'd go through the wreckage, I'd walk through the flame, if I knew on the other side you'd still feel the So look in my eyes and tell me the truth. After the fire and the ghosts of our youth, when the world gets too loud and the light starts to fade, and we're facing the choices that we haven't made, hold on to the pieces, don't let the fire go. There's a part of my soul that you're the only one to know. Even if the walls start to crumble and fall, say you won't let go, say you'll stay through it all. Just for a second, just give me a sign that you're still in this battle, that your heart is still mine. Don't walk away, don't let the light fade to gray. Say you won't let go, Please don't let go. We built a castle out of whispered words, high on a cliff where the vision gets blurred. You said forever like it was a stone, something to lean on when we're all alone. But I didn't notice the hairline cracks or the way that you kept your bags in the back. Now the wind's picking up and the foundation's thin, and I'm watching the daylight start leaking in. I handled your heart like a vintage glass, terrified of the shadows that had passed. But you held mine like a paper leaf, ready to burn at the first sign of grief. Oh, these fragile promises we made in the dark were never meant to survive the first spark. They were beautiful lies wrapped in velvet and gold, but they're shattering now in the bitter and cold. I'm picking up pieces that cut through my skin, wondering where the always ends and the never begins. Yeah, we swore we'd stay, but we both should've known that fragile promises leave you alone. I see the ring box gathering dust, a silver reminder of misplaced trust. You're a ghost in the doorway, a foot out the hall, waiting for one of us to finally call. It's the almost that kill me, the could have beens too, the version of me that was tethered to you. Now I'm untying knots that I thought were steel cables, while the truth sits between us on coffee shop tables. Don't say you're sorry, don't say it's for the best. My heart isn't a theory, it's a weight in my chest. You promised a harbor, you promised a home, but you left me out here to face the cyclone. it's just glass, just dust in the air. Fragile, so fragile. I'm hovering over the select all key. 1,000 moments of you and me. The beach in July, that blur in the rain. Now they're just data, a digital state. My thumb is shaking, the cursor is cold, trading our stories for stories untold. It's a graveyard of captions, a garden of light that I'm turning to darkness with a click tonight. One little box, one final, are you sure? I'm killing the ghost to find a cure. Now I'm erasing the miles, erasing the years, wiping the screen with a handful of tears. A lifetime of us, reduced to a spark, then falling forever into the dark. No recently deleted, no way to go back, just a hollowed out heart and a screen that is black. I'm clearing the cache of the mystery, I'm making us delete history. The suggested for you still shows me a face, like an algorithm that I can't outpace. Your favorite song, the place where we met. The internet knows what I haven't quite yet. It's easy to click, it's harder to feel the void where the binary used to be real. Will I forget the exact shade of your eyes when the backup is gone and the memory dies? If there's no record, do we even exist? Or are we just smoke in a digital mist? 3, 2, 1. The loading bar's done. I'm erasing the miles, erasing the years, wiping the screen with a handful of tears. A lifetime of us, reduced to a spark, then falling forever into the dark. No recently deleted, no way to go back, just a hollowed out heart and a screen that is black. I'm clearing the cache of the mystery, I'm making us delete a history. Space available, 0 KB. There's finally room for a version of me without you. Deleted, empty trash. The screen goes white. I planted a garden in the middle of a drought. Gave you every drop of water I could could live without. I ignored the thorns, I just wanted the bloom. Now the scent of dying flowers fills up every room. I reach for the petals, I reach for the light, but I didn't see the edges cutting through the night. Now there's blood on the roses, a stain on the white, a beautiful garden died in a fire. I held on too tight to the thing that I loved until the sky turned to iron and the earth turned to mud. You were the beauty, but you were the blade. Look at the mess that our promises made. It's a heavy price for a love that's through. There's blood on the roses I grew for you. My hands are all scarred and my heart is the same. I'm still out here kneeling, calling your name. But the stems are all broken, the colors are gray, and the wind's blowing all of our summer away. I thought if I bled for it, maybe it'd grow. But some things are meant to stay under the snow. Now there's blood on the roses, a stain on the white, a beautiful garden that died in a fight. I held on too tight to the thing that I loved until the sky turned to iron and the earth turned to mud. You were the beauty, but you were the blade. Look at the mess that our promises made. It's a heavy price for a love that's through. There's blood on the roses I grew for you. Red on the velvet, salt in the ground. I'm lost in the garden where we won't be found. I try to be gentle, I try to be kind, but love left a trail of the wreckage behind. Now there's blood on the roses, a stain on the white, a beautiful garden that died in a fight. I held on too tight to the thing that I loved until the sky turned to iron and the earth turned to mud. You were the beauty, but you were the blade. Look at the mess that our promises made. It's a heavy price for a love that's through. There's blood on the roses. Let the winter come, let the petals fall. I'm leaving the garden behind the wall. I'm scrubbing the center, your soap off the towel, and practicing how to fake wear a smile. I deleted the photos, I gave back your keys, but I'm still hearing us in the stir of the trees. checking locks on our old hollow doors. The world keeps on moving, the sun's getting bright, but I'm still living back in that Tuesday night, when the forever we promised turned into a no. And I'm learning how heavy it is to let go. I'm trying to forget the way that you left. I'm tearing the memories right down the half, but the harder I push, the more that you stay, like a stain on my heart that won't wash away. I'm memorizing silence to drown out your name, but every road leads me back to the flame. It's a war in my head that I'm destined to lose, when forgetting is the only thing I can choose. I went to that diner, the one on the bend, and I told all the waiters we're just better as friends. The light tasted bitter, it stuck in my throat, while I sat there alone in my oversized coat. I'm counting the days, but the numbers don't add up to a version of me that's not sad. They say time is a healer, a thief in the night, that eventually shadows will turn back to light. But time's just a witness to all that I lack, and it's cruel how it moves without bringing you back. Yeah, I'm trying to forget the way that you left. I'm tearing the memories right down the half, but the harder I push, the more that you stay, like a stain on my heart that won't wash away. I'm memorizing silence to drown out your name, but every road leads me back to the flame. It's a war in my head that I'm destined to lose, when forgetting is the only thing I can choose. I'm trying to wake up and not see your ghost in the hall, to breathe in a room that doesn't feel small, but I'm still just trying and failing to forget you at all. I'm tracing the outlines of shadows on the wall, waiting for a phone call that I know you won't make. I held the umbrella while you let the rain fall. Now I'm the one drowning in every mistake. You're telling your friends how I tore us apart, like I didn't give you the keys to my heart. The ink in your journal is starting to bleed, and I'm the only ghost that you no longer need. let me be the villain in your story. If it helps you sleep better at night, paint me in colors of pride and no glory. Make me the wrong so that you can stay right. Throw out the flowers, forget what I said. Burn every bridge that we built in my head. If hating me heals you, then darling, I'm sorry. I'll be the villain in your story. You've rewritten the ending. You've cut out the best. The nights that I held you, the breath in your chest. Now I'm just a monster, a cold hollow shell. The name that you whisper when life feels like hell. It's easier, isn't it, casting the blame, than admitting we both let the wind take the flame. I'll take the arrows, I'll take the stones. I'll be the king of these shattered glass bones. Better traitor in your memories, than a lover who watches a slow, quiet die. So let me be the villain in your story. If it helps you sleep better at night, paint me in colors of pride and no glory. Make me the wrong so that you can stay right. Throw out the flowers, forget what I said. Burn every bridge that we built in my head. If hating me heals you, then darling, I'm sorry. I'll be the villain in your story. Close the book, turn the light down low. You're the hero now, and I'm just the one you had to let go. I'm the villain, if that's what you need. I still take my coffee with a space for your spoon, and I talk to the silence in our favorite room. The ghost of your laughter is pinned to the wall. I'm still waiting for shadows to walk down the hall. They told me that fading is part of the cure, but the less I see of you, the more I am sure. I remember the way your hand felt in mine, and the exact shade of gold in your eyes at the time. I remember the secrets we a single thing. Keys are on the counter, right where you always left them. But the sound of the door clicking shut is a brand new kind of lesson. I'm standing in the hallway, counting cracks upon the floor, trying to remember how to breathe without you anymore. The driveway's got gravel crunching sound of everything I ever loved, just leaving solid ground. And I'm just watching you walk away, a silhouette in gray, watching the best of me go blurring into the rain. I wanna scream, don't go, I wanna bridge the space, but I'm frozen in the shadow of the look upon your face. It's the longest smile I've ever seen, the hardest part of play, just standing at the window, watching you walk away. Your taillights look like embers, burning holes into the night. I'm waiting for the brake lights for a change to make it right, but you didn't even look back, not a glance in the rearview mirror. And the distance that you're making only makes the ending clearer. I'm surrounded by the us we built, the ghosts in every chair, reaching out for someone who's no longer really there. And I'm just watching you walk away, a silhouette in gray, watching I'm staring at the space where your heartbeat should have been. I'm staring at the ceiling where the shadows meet. Listen to the raindrop, the rhythm on the street. The house is too quiet, the air is too cold, and I'm holding on to stories that'll never be told. I reach for your side, but the sheets are all flat. I'm learning to live with a silence like that. There's a crack in the mirror, a hole in the sky. I'm tired of asking the universe why. I'm picking up pieces of a life we once knew, but every shot just reminds me of you. Oh, these are the tears of a broken heart, falling in the dark, tearing me apart. They're the salt in the wound of a love gone wrong, the heavy slow notes of a lonesome song. I try to stay dry, I try to stand tall, but the weight of your absence is making me fall. It's a river of sorrow that won't ever depart, just the endless tears of a broken heart. I saw your reflection in a shop window pane, but it was just a stranger avoiding the rain. I almost called out, I almost gave in to the ghost of the touch of your hand on my skin. But the sidewalk is empty and the streetlights are dim, and I'm just a memory fading for him. They say that it's better to have loved and have lost, but they never mention the staggering cost of waking up lonely and wishing for sleep in a valley of promises we couldn't keep. Oh, these are the tears of a broken heart, falling in the dark, tearing me apart. They're the salt in the wound of a love gone wrong, the heavy slow notes of a lonesome song. I try to stay dry, I try to stand tall, but the weight of your absence is making me fall. It's a river of sorrow that won't ever depart, just the endless tears of a broken heart. Wash away the eyes, wash away the trust. Let the rain hide the tracks on my face until there's nothing left but an empty space.